everyone. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Jake. It's so good to be with you again.
Today, we're going to talk about something many of us deal with, especially young people.
That's right. Today's topic is overthinking.
So, what is overthinking? Well, it's when we think too much about something. Our minds keep going in circles, and we can't stop worrying or thinking about the same thing over and over.
Yeah, it's like when you have a small problem, but your brain keeps repeating it again and again. You can't stop thinking, even if the problem is not that big.
Exactly. Overthinking can happen when we feel stressed, worried, or unsure about something. It can make us feel stuck.
So, why do we overthink? That's a great question. Sometimes we overthink because we're afraid of making a mistake or doing something wrong.
Or because we don't know what's going to happen next. When life feels uncertain, our minds try to think about every possible outcome.
That's true. I've done that before. Like when I didn't know the plan for the day, and my brain just kept imagining different scenarios.
Same here. It's like my mind wants to be ready for everything, but it just ends up making me feel tired and anxious.
Let's talk about how to recognize when we're overthinking, because knowing the signs is the first step to stopping it.
Good idea. One big sign is when you keep thinking the same thoughts again and again, especially when those thoughts are not helpful.
Like lying in bed thinking about something you said hours ago, wondering if it was wrong.
Exactly. Another sign is when you feel worried or nervous about things you can't control or things that probably won't even happen.
Overthinking can also cause physical symptoms, right?
Yes, your body can feel tense, your head might hurt, or you might not sleep well. That's because your mind and body are connected.
And sometimes we overthink even small choices, like what to wear, what to eat, or how to answer a text.
Right. It's like every little decision feels super important, even when it's not.
So let's take a moment to remember, overthinking is common, but it's not helpful. It can stop us from making choices or taking action.
That's why learning how to manage it is really important.
And we'll get into that soon. But first, let's look at some common triggers. What actually causes us to start overthinking?
Stress is a big one. When life feels overwhelming, school, work, relationships, our brains try to fix everything at once.
And that makes us feel even more stressed. Another trigger is not knowing what's going to happen, like feeling uncertain or out of control.
Yep, when we don't have all the answers, our brain starts trying to guess every possible thing that could happen. Most of those guesses are negative.
Low self-esteem or self-doubt can also cause overthinking. If we're not confident, we might worry a lot about making the wrong choice.
Exactly. We start thinking things like, what if I fail? Or what if people don't like me? And that just adds more pressure.
So now we know what overthinking is, what causes it, and what the signs are. In the next part, we'll talk about how it affects our mental health and what we can do to stop the cycle.
That's right. Stick with us and let's keep going together.
Welcome back, everyone. In the last part, we talked about what overthinking is, what causes it, and how to spot the signs. Now, let's take it a step further.
Yeah, let's talk about how overthinking affects our mental health and why it's so important to manage it before it gets worse.
Overthinking can really hurt our emotional well-being. If we keep having negative thoughts over and over, it can lead to anxiety, stress, and even depression.
That's right. When we think too much, especially in a negative way, it becomes hard to enjoy life. Even simple things can feel difficult or stressful.
And over time, we may lose confidence. We might stop trusting ourselves to make decisions.
Exactly. Instead of moving forward, we stay stuck. Our minds keep repeating the same worries, and it feels like we can't escape them.
So the big question is, what can we do about it?
Well, one great method is mindfulness. It's a practice that helps you stay in the present moment. You notice your thoughts, but you don't get stuck in them.
I love that. With mindfulness, you learn to just let thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. You don't have to chase them.
One simple mindfulness exercise is focusing on your breath. Just sit quietly and pay attention to your breathing, in and out.
Even doing this for just a few minutes can help calm your mind. It gives your brain a little break from all the noise.
Another helpful tip is to write things down. If your thoughts feel overwhelming, put them on paper.
Yeah, it's like getting those thoughts out of your head. When you see them on paper, they usually feel smaller and easier to understand.
Writing can also help you notice any thought patterns, like if you always worry about the same things, or if you always imagine the worst.
That's true. Once we see our thinking patterns, we can start to change them.
Another technique is to set a time limit for overthinking. For example, give yourself 20 minutes to think about a problem, but after that, stop.
Right. Tell yourself, I've done enough thinking for today. It helps break that endless loop of worrying.
It might sound simple, but giving your brain a break is super important. Otherwise, it just keeps going and going.
Talking to someone you trust is also a great way to deal with overthinking. A friend, a teacher, or a family member can give you another point of view.
Sometimes just saying things out loud makes us realize they're not as bad as they seemed in our heads.
That's so true. A different perspective can really help stop the cycle of negative thoughts.
And remember, different strategies work for different people. Try a few and see which ones help you the most.
Let's take a moment to review some helpful words from today's episode. Decision, a choice you make after thinking. Example, I think I made the right decision. Scenario, a possible situation that might happen. Example, let me suggest a possible scenario. Tension, a feeling of stress or pressure, often between people. Example, family tension can lead to arguments. Outcome, the result of something. Example, their strategy produced a good outcome. Depression, a serious medical condition where someone feels very sad and hopeless. Example, she suffered from depression after losing her job.
These words are often used when we talk about thoughts and emotions, so it's great to learn them in context.
Absolutely. And remember, if overthinking is making you feel anxious or unhappy, you're not alone. A lot of people go through this.
The important thing is knowing that there are ways to manage it. You don't have to stay stuck in the cycle.
Coming up in the final part, we'll share even more strategies, like using time management and how changing your daily habits can help reduce overthinking.
We'll also explain more emotional vocabulary that can help you talk about how you feel. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, friends. In the last part, we talked about how overthinking can hurt our mental health and some great ways to manage it, like mindfulness, writing things down, and talking to others.
And now, in this final part, we'll explore even more tips, especially things you can do every day to prevent overthinking before it starts.
Let's begin with time management. Poor time management often leads to stress, and as we talked about, stress is a major trigger for overthinking.
When we feel rushed or like we don't have enough time, our minds start racing. We worry about finishing everything and making mistakes.
But with better time planning, we can feel more in control. And when we feel in control, we think more clearly and worry less.
A simple tip is to use a daily planner or a calendar. Write down your tasks and when you want to do them.
And remember to prioritize. That means you choose which tasks are most important and do those first.
That way, you're not spending too much time worrying about small things that don't matter as much.
Exactly. When everything is planned out, your brain can relax a little. You're not carrying a to-do list in your head all day.
Another helpful tip is to set realistic goals. Don't try to do too much at once.
Yes, if you expect too much from yourself, it can lead to disappointment, and that's when the overthinking starts again.
It's okay to take small steps. Progress is progress, even if it's slow.
Let's also talk more about mindfulness. We mentioned it earlier, but it's such a powerful tool that it's worth going deeper.
Mindfulness means paying attention to what's happening right now, not thinking about the past or worrying about the future, just being present.
When you notice yourself overthinking, you can use a simple mindfulness exercise to bring your focus back.
Like we said before, try focusing on your breath. Feel the air coming in and going out. You can even count your breaths. 1, 2, 3.
Doing this helps calm the mind and gives you a short mental reset. Even 1 or 2 minutes can make a big difference.
Let's look at a few more useful words that can help you talk about these ideas.
Mental health, your emotional and psychological well-being. Example, volunteering can improve your mental health. Meditation, a practice where you relax and focus your mind. Example, she found peace through meditation. Repetitive, something that happens again and again. Example, his repetitive thoughts made him feel anxious. Perspective, the way you think or see something. Example, talking to a friend gave me a new perspective. Prioritize, to choose what's most important and do that first. Example, I need to prioritize my schoolwork today. These words are very helpful when discussing stress, thoughts, and personal growth.
Yes. And speaking of growth, remember, learning to manage overthinking is a journey. It takes time, but every small effort helps.
Don't be hard on yourself if you fall back into overthinking sometimes. It's okay. The goal isn't to be perfect. It's to get better step by step.
We all deal with overthinking from time to time. The good news is, with practice, we can stop it before it takes control.
So let's review the key ideas from this episode. Overthinking means repeating the same thoughts over and over. It often leads to stress, worry, and sadness. Triggers include stress, uncertainty, and low confidence. Signs include racing thoughts, sleeplessness, and decision fatigue. Helpful strategies include mindfulness, writing, setting time limits, talking to others, and improving time management.
And the most important thing? Be kind to yourself. If you're overthinking, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human.
That's right. Learn the signs, try different tools, and take it one day at a time.
And that wraps up today's episode. Thanks so much for spending your time with us here on the Chill English channel.
We hope these tips help you feel more in control of your thoughts and less overwhelmed.
Take care, stay mindful, and keep practicing your English every day.
See you in the next episode. Bye for now.